Hello students, I am Dr. Asim Haldar presenting the lectures on electromagnetic field theory. In this lecture, we are going to cover the introduction part of the electromagnetic field theory. Then we will study the electrostatic fields, then the magnetostatic fields. After that, we are going to study the electromagnetic fields. Then we are going to study one application of the electromagnetic fields, that is the transmission line. Today is my first lecture on electromagnetic fields. So in this lecture, the points we are going to cover, that is what is field, then the types of field, then the definition of the fields, then the need of coordinate systems to study the electromagnetic fields. So first we are going to see what is field. To study the electromagnetic fields, first we need to know what is field. So let us see the definition of the field. It is the general definition which says that a field is a variation of physical state or matter in a certain region of space, essentially generated by some kind of source. To understand the definition of the field, here we are going to consider two examples. Number one, you can see that in example 1, we have a piece of hot iron placed in two-dimensional coordinate system. When a piece of hot iron is placed in the coordinate system, or it is placed, then it emits, this piece of hot iron emits heat. For that, the temperature of the surroundings of this piece of hot iron will increase. Now, if we move from the piece of hot iron away from this piece of hot iron, then the temperature gradually decreases. So, from this example, if we try to see the definition of the field, then we will understand what is field. You can see that the field is the variation of physical state. Here, the physical state or matter here is the temperature, which is varying if we move from the piece of hot iron away from the piece of hot iron, then temperature will vary, that means temperature will decrease. So it is the variation of the physical state, and in the certain region of space, if we move far away from this piece of hot iron, then the temperature of this surroundings, the temperature will be same as the environment temperature, but near the piece of hot iron the temperature will be more, and if we move away the temperature will gradually decreases. So in a certain region of space this temperature varies, that means the physical state or matter will vary in a certain regions of space, and this variation of the physical state is generated by some kind of source, and this source here is the piece of hot iron. So I think you understood the definition from this example. Now let us take another example. In this example, instead of piece of hot iron, we have considered a plus q charge in the two-dimensional coordinate system. Now, if we place a negative charge near the source charge, then this negative charge will be attracted towards the plus charge, and the force of attraction on this negative charge will vary if we vary the position of the minus charge, that we know and we have studied in 12th standard. So now if we place, instead of negative charge, if we place a positive charge, then the positive charge will be repelled by this source charge, because these the two charges are in same polarities. Similarly, if we place the plus q charge near the source charge, then the force of repulsion will be more, and if it is placed away from this source charge, the force of repulsion will be less. Therefore, here the source is the plus q charge, which is generating some variation around uh, surrounding plus this source charge. It is changing some parameters or physical state, so that we can see that the negative charge if placed, it will be attracted. So this is the variation. So here the field is the variation of physical state. Here the electrostatic flux or electric field, we can say electrostatic field, which is the physical state, and it is generated by some kind of source, and it is uh, present in certain region of space. If we move far away from the plus charge, then the electric field will be almost zero or uh, negligible. So from these two examples, we can understand the definition of the field. Now, also from these two examples, we can say the fields are two types. Why? Because the temperature here is the scalar quantity which is producing one field, the temperature field, and here the electric field is a vector quantity. Therefore, the field can be divided into two parts. One is the scalar field, another is the vector field. Generally, uh, mainly we are going to consider here the vector fields, because the electric field or the electromagnetic field is a vector field. Now the definition of the scalar field. The definition of the scalar field says a region of space contains a scalar field if it is possible to define a number, and that number either real or complex, that number may be either real or complex, that expresses a physical quantity. Here in the scalar, from the example we can say physical quantity is the temperature in every point of space at every instant of time. So this is the definition of the scalar field. So for these scalar fields, it is very much important to define the equipotential surface, because the equipotential surface, the surface in which the field F, the scalar field F, has constant value. Now we are going to see the definition of the vector field. The definition of the vector field says a region of space contains a vector field. It is like similar to the scalar field, just the vector field, scalar field is replaced by the vector field. A region of space contains a vector field if it is possible to define a number. Again I say the number may be either real or the complex, that expresses a physical quantity in every point of space at every instant of time. Now the vector fields are generally indicated by this vector f, which is the function of the space and time. Here x, y, z is representing the position vector and t is representing the time. Now from these definitions or all this definition of field or the vector field, the classification, we can understand that the vector field, or in general we can say field, is a physical quantity. As we are going to consider here the electromagnetic fields, which is a vector, so here we are going to consider the vector field is a physical quantity. Now in general, the physical quantities are the function of time and space. Here from this equation we can understand it is the function of position and the time, space and time. Therefore, to describe or to define the variation of these physical quantities, we must be able to describe all the points of these quantities uniquely in the space, and for that we need a coordinate system. Now that is written here. To define these points, we require an appropriate coordinate system. So students, in this lecture, what we have seen? We have seen the definition, what is field, that is the definition of the field. We understood the definition of the field from two examples, and also we have seen the classification of the fields from the example, that is the scalar field and the vector field. Then we have seen the definition of the scalar field and the vector field. Then we have seen why we need to study the coordinate systems. In the next lecture, we are going to start the coordinate system. Thank you very much, students.